welcome.
Welcome, good evening.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Weeknights with Wonder Girls by Travel Wonder. I'm Cheryl.
Hello, I'm Mabel.
Okay, let's have a look who is online with us. Say hi in the comments so that we know who is here. In a couple of minutes, we will be taking a virtual journey to Kyrgyzstan, a mountainous, landlocked country in Central Asia. Kyrgyzstan has been at the crossroads of several great civilizations as part of the ancient commercial route, the Great Silk Road. This evening, we have two guest presenters to tell us more. Let's see who is with us at the moment.
We have Angeline online with us. Hi, Angeline. Always thankful for her for supporting us. I can see that we have actually quite a number of people online at the moment. We have 8 people online. So if you're online, please give us just say hi. Yeah, we love to hear from you to see who is here with us at this moment.
So far we have Angeline and then, okay. Thanks for giving us a thumbs up. Wayib also.
Hi, Wayib. Hi. So nice to see you. It's been a while.
Yes, it has been a while.
Wayib is certainly very interested about Kyrgyzstan. Yeah, this is definitely the destination that he and his family will go for.
So Kyrgyzstan, also known as the land of celestial mountains, it has some of the greatest landscape and untouched nature. The Kyrgyz history and culture is often associated to the Tien, Shan, and Pamir mountain ranges. If by now you are finding that the auto captions is getting in your way, you can follow the steps on our screen shown here to switch it off. Before we explore her pristine valleys, plenty of crystal clear mountain lakes, mineral-rich rivers, and the ancient Great Silk Road, mainly on foot. Here's a video preview of Kyrgyzstan. Let's enjoy it together. So this video, I'm going to put it out, is by Explore Kyrgyzstan channel.
That is such a
Wow.
lovely preview of what Kyrgyzstan
I'm
has to offer.
overwhelmed again.
Yes, a lot of our viewers
Shall we
too.
unveil the real spirit of freedom and happiness as well as the nomadic lifestyle now? So please
Yes,
join
for
me to
sure.
welcome our guest presenter from Kyrgyzstan, Natalia and Jane. Let's bring them to the screen now.
Hel-
Hello, welcome.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi
Welcome, welcome.
everyone. Hopefully everybody is going good. Now we're happy to present our country, the country we live in. It's Kyrgyzstan, Kyrgyz Republic, which is situated in the Central Asia, and many people visit it in combination with Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Tajikistan, and even China. So it lies on the Great Silk Roadway and can be a part of a big trip. But anyways, even if you want to see Kyrgyzstan from top to the bottom, you may stay here up to like 30 days and still not see everything because it's a mountainous country and we have many places where people have not been and even the foot didn't stand on. Let me give the information, just regular information about Kyrgyzstan, which is located in Central Asia. As I said, Kyrgyzstan borders with four countries. It's Kazakhstan, China, Uzbekistan, and Tajikistan. Kyrgyzstan is a mountainous country with beautiful panoramas, mountain passes, high peaks, mountain lakes, alpine pastures, nomads, yurts, yaks, and cold mountain rivers. Some people say can read here that it reminds of Mongolia, but I would say it's a combination of Mongolia and Nepal, like big fields
Mm.
of green grass, pastures, and high mountains. Where the mountaineering programs can be done. So
Yeah.
let us bring the slides
Yes.
of
Yes. Before
Kyrgyzstan.
before Jane, you do that. I hope everybody gets excited by your just this very brief introduction of the presentation that is coming ahead. Right. So I like just to share that Natalia and Jane, as well as her professional team, is our partner based in Bishkek, the capital city of Kyrgyzstan. Her company curates exciting trips that you can go in Kyrgyzstan, be it for cycling, trekking, mountaineering, horse riding, skiing, or even cultural tours. So if you have any questions or like to tell us something, please put them in the comment box. We will see Mabel later during the Q&A sessions. So now I have brought up your slide. So the floor is yours. Jane and Natalia, you may start.
Yes, here we may see the map of Kyrgyzstan, which looks like kind of look like of a dog, if you see it, lying dog. And we may see the huge lake over here, Issyk Lake, which is very popular among tourists. On the next slide, we may see the main cities, the biggest cities in Kyrgyzstan: Bishkek, Balıkçı, Karakol, Navin Talas, and others. Bishkek is the capital of Kyrgyzstan. It's located in the north, and there are. Let me check. Yeah, this is Bishkek. The population of Bishkek is about 1 million people, so it's not big and not little, let's say. Further, we would like to present you some of the historical monuments that we have in Kyrgyzstan. While it was a part of Silk Road, there are some historical monuments presented. The one that you see right now is a historical architectural complex of Burana Tower, which was once the capital of Karahanid dynasty. And the Burana Tower, on this place existed Balasagun settlement until 14th, 15th centuries, after which the dynasty had to fade and it turned out to ruins in 15th century. The next one is Tashrabat. These bulbals, which you have seen on the previous, they are scattered along the complex. It's the part of 2nd century BC. The people made some sculptures like this. And the next one, yes, is Tashrabat complex. It's a caravanserai, unique architectural monument. You may not find any of this in whole Central Asia. It's the only one. It's the monument of early Middle Ages, and it's located on an altitude of 3,500 meters above sea level, located on the Silk Road near the border with China. This building once welcomed traders on the way from China to Rome. Next one is Dungan Mosque, which is located in Karakol City. The interesting fact that this Holy Trinity Cathedral, wooden one, and the Dungan Mosque, also wooden one, they were built without a single nail. And when coming there, you may, fascinated, maybe fascinated by their construction. And we have many of these kinds of complexes along all Kyrgyzstan. And while traveling, you may be get acquainted with them. Next, what we would like to stop at is flowers of Kyrgyzstan. The nature of Kyrgyzstan is very diverse due to the mountainous terrain in this region, and one can find different types of plants growing in the deserts, till those which occur in tundra. Totally in Kyrgyzstan, there are over 3,500 species, 89 of which are listed in the rare book and cannot be picked up, such as Abies semyonovi, golden root, ordinary bird cherry, and others. Also on the territory of Kyrgyzstan, you may find 12 species of tulips, and it's good to hear that in all world there are about 80 of them, and 12 can be found in Kyrgyzstan. Next, I would like to give a word to Natalia, who will speak about high mountains.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Jane. Kyrgyzstan has 3 peaks about 3,000 meters. Every summer, on the peaks work base camp. First, Lenin Peak, 7,134 meters, located here. Also, they have many variants for trekking to the base camp and the Lenin Peak. I will show you some photo from trekking through Kyrgyzstan village and Gyptik Pass. Kyrgyzstan village is natural ethnographic complex with amazing natural and natural growths. It's located in the wide valley of the Gyptik. In the upper reaches of the valley, there are orange-colored rock. At the very beginning of the cliffs is Kyrgyzstan caves or rather, and holy growths. This is place considered to be sacred. Pilgrims come to it to pay tribute to their gods, and take bath in its water. You can see it's Kyrgyzstan village and way to the Gyptik Pass. From Gyptik Pass, you can see majestic. Pamir is open from here. On good weather, you can see the Lenin Peak, Communism Peak, Korzenievsky Peak, as well as Peak Korumdy. Also, under Lenin Peak, they have a lot of small lakes. with beautiful flowers. Its base camp uh, located as altitude 3,600 meters. This is road which connect base camp and Osh city. Then peak Tengri 7,010 meters with ice on the top. Location in Shan reached Tengri Tag between the south and north Inilche Glacier. Победа Peak, located near the Khantengri Peak and Kakshalto Range on the south Inilchek Glacier. It's very popular way to the base camp and the peaks. Now we will present you the Lake Mirzbacher, which is its way to the Lake Mirzbacher. Um, Road goes on the glacier between sometimes between big stone. This is unique Lake Mirzbacher, which disappears once a year, while many icebergs are left at its bottom. Some of them reaches 20 meters in height. This is photo make from helicopter because from base camp usually all tourists come back by helicopter. This is photo from the way.
Yeah, now I'll take my word and speak about some big lakes in Kyrgyzstan, which actually attracts attention of tourists. And the first one I would like to speak about is Issyk Lake. Yeah, this one, it's located on an altitude of 1,608 meters. And it's the second largest lake, actually, after Lake Titicaca in South America. It rates 25th among the largest lakes on our planet, and it's seventh place on the list of the deepest lake. It's about 700 meters deep. The local population call Issyk Lake the Pearl of Kyrgyzstan, and actually it's quite easy to access. So many people come exactly for swimming in the lake in summer, and usually the best time to visiting it is from June to September. In September, the water gets really warm. Well, really warm means it's about 20 Celsius. So it's not really warm, but actually it's quite comfortable to swim in. And the next one is Songkul Lake, this one with the yurts of Kyrgyz shepherds. People come here for let's say, unity with the world. It's located in the very center of the country on the height of 3,000 meters. And around it, you will not see even one tree. It's only fields, only green grass, and the stalks of sheep, horses, cows that are grazing along the lake shores like this. The shores are quite swampy, so you may not, mostly you may not come to the lake itself, but some people bring boats and actually swim along the lake. Here, the next one after Songkul is Chatterkul Lake. We'll speak just a little about it because it's actually the third largest lake in Kyrgyzstan, located on the border with China. And to get to it, you need a special border permit. But what people do, they come to Tashrabat Fortress, which we have seen before. And from Tashrabat, you may go up to the hill from where there is a great panorama of the lake. So it's a hiking day, trekking day, usually, active. And also you may see the natural beauties of our country from the hill. Another interesting lake is Kölsu, like this. It was actually opened not long ago for tourists. It also located on the border with China, and you also need to get a permit to get to this place. The interesting fact that it's located in Aksai Valley, which is one of the most difficult valleys to reach. There are not good roads to get to there, so you have to have a good jeep to get to this place. The climate here is harsh and the roads are not good, as I said. What else? It's located on an altitude of 3,500 meters above sea level. The lake attracts tourists from all over the world by its beauty, surrounded by sheer cliffs, which you have seen. And the interesting fact is that the lake is translated as incoming water. The water comes, the lake is there, and then once in 2 3 years it completely disappears. And you may see that whenever the lake disappears, you may reach the caves that are located in that region while they are covered with water, and then water goes down and you may actually visit the caves which were under the water. The next, yeah, over here in Aksai Valley, people organize expeditions, trekking expeditions from 10 to 20 days going along the valley, exploring the sheer cliffs that you may see on the pictures and crossing the rivers, uh, fresh air, real nature, and absolute wilderness.
Okay. Second me. Continue. Terskei Plateau. Terskei Plateau is a great mountain range for trekking. It offers a fantastic panorama to the Sanpul Lake, and natural and wonderful. It's one of several places in Kyrgyzstan where you can see forest and forest. In Kyrgyzstan have only 4% of the world of all territory. The main destination for trekking here is Alakul Lake. You can see on this photo camp on Alakul Lake. Alakul Lake located at an altitude 3,500 meters. It's about 3 kilometers long and 700 meters wide. Is it one of the most popular trekking routes? It takes only 3 days for make it. You can this is to Alakul Lake. Um, you can see here on the picture Geteogus Gorge with the redstone construction called Seven Balls. And the Broken Heart, this is Broken Heart stone which is popular among loving couples and wedding ceremonies. Many yurts camp are uh, placed in this beautiful gorge from May to October to stay in. No, not far from gorge, the have Jergalan Valley is located where a lot ski-free ride tours are made in winter. It, it is ideal places for such activities as there are many maybe no snow on the wild northern territory of the Kyrgyzstan, but in Chergalan there is always a lot of it. In summertime, very popular horse riding tours are down here. And then Sarıçelek Lake and Chatkal Range. Sarichelek is located in Biosphere Reserve on here. It's very beautiful lake, located at altitude 1,833 meters above sea level and operates as the result of the two ranges collapse. The river was blocked, forming a high natural dam. The lake itself is surrounded by by necklace of mountain peaks. Uh, its other lakes near Sarichelek Lake. They have waterfall, um, houses, and other popular its petroglyphs too uh, on the way to Sarichelek Lake. Horses and some children. Okay.
Yeah, let's speak about another destination, another big city of Kyrgyzstan. It's the Osh city, which is located on the south of the country, and it's the yeah, it's over here on the map. The main thing is Sulimanto, the mountain which is located at the very center of the city. And actually, the city counts up to 3,000 years, so it's quite old one. And the population of the city is about 250,000 people. It was one of the religious Muslim centers in Central Asia and still is. People come here to pray to gods. There are many caves in the this mountain, in Sulimanto mountain, where people come to pray. And as you may see, here's the view from the top of the mountain on the Osh city. Um, yeah, next slide. Yes, over here you may see the blacksmiths working on the. They produce knives and instruments for gardening and agricultural. We may see the bazaars, local markets with lots of things, lots of fruits, nuts, and national clothes. And we would like to speak a little about family trips, which can be done in Kyrgyzstan. Kyrgyzstan, I would say, an ideal country to travel with kids. It's absolutely safe. You don't need to make any special vaccines to come to Kyrgyzstan, and you may be sure no poisonous creatures bite your little treasures. We had people who came to Kyrgyzstan with children from 3 months old, and they were really, you know, they had a really great time. It's a great opportunity for kids to get acquainted with other way of life, another culture, another language. Plus, Kyrgyz kids, they are very hospitable, just as their parents. They like to show tourist kids how to play national games, how to communicate, and kids really are good at communication because even not knowing uh, other language, they can, somehow find their way out. So uh, kids may try different activities from swimming to archery, from horse riding to milking a cow, from cooking national sweets to making felt toys by themselves. So there are many hiking routes which may be done even by 3-year-old kids. They walk themselves to waterfalls, lakes, green pastures, and all of it will stay with them, in their memory for a long time. So here, yeah, we took many pictures of kids traveling in our country.
Okay, then we want to present to you some photos about our programs in Jirgalan. Uh, it's ski tour programs. Our country, they have a lot of gorge with good snow. The most amazing thing is that you can ski in the forever areas and not meet a single tourist on the way. Untouched slopes and Corker peaks new lines. It's very interesting. They have special yurt for ski touring for accommodation on the program. When the mm, where is tourist rest and um,
Accommodate.
usually accommodate. Thank you. It's from Arslan Bob. It's a photo from Jirgalan, possible horse riding for slopes.
And the food, the delicious part of our presentation. Actually, if we talk about food in Kyrgyzstan, you will not meet many vegetarians because meat is very popular here. For many centuries, people brought up cattle, and actually, that's just what they ate. But right now, many tourists come to Kyrgyzstan, and all of the cafes, restaurants, guest houses, yurt camps, they already used to cook different kinds of food, vegetarian, lactose-free, gluten-free, and other meals. Plus, there are lots of vegetables, nuts, and fruits grown in our country, so you may find the food you need anywhere in Kyrgyzstan. As for the clothes, we'll touch national clothes a little bit, just for you to see how people dress in the valleys, in the yurt camps, all the way around. Actually, during the Soviet Union, national dresses were lost. They were substituted by regular costumes and later sweaters, jeans, t-shirt, and others. But now there are many companies which started producing national clothes all around the country. And nowadays you may see even weddings in traditional styles, women in national dresses, men in felt hats, and jerkins with national embroidery. Culture revives along with traditions, national food, and old rituals that start to be present in all Kyrgyz families. So you may see here beautiful women in national clothes, smiling. They're happy. Also, there are
Yes.
places where you may actually traveling. There are national costume museums where you may try any type of national clothes on yourself and make photos and get good emotions. Here are just a little, just some pictures. We wanted to show you that many people come to Kyrgyzstan for painting. And these trips are really popular in Kyrgyzstan because we have unique nature, unique people, in unique national clothes. And pictures actually finally turn out to be very beautiful, interesting, and colorful, just like this. Ta-da! Now we're here at the end.
Thank you very much to Jane and Natalia for the fantastic presentations that bring us really on a virtual tour around the entire country of Kyrgyzstan. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Anytime.
Yeah. So if we have whet your appetite enough or inspire you enough to pack your bags for that trip to Kyrgyzstan, perhaps you would like to know what are the current entry requirements during the current pandemic. Okay, and the good news is, as long as you are fully vaccinated, there is no specific entry requirement to get you into the country. However, if you are partially or not vaccinated at the present moment, you will need to have a PCR test administered by a trained professional within 72 hours prior to your flight departure. And it has to be a negative result, right? One of the easiest way for us to get into Kyrgyzstan is to fly via VTL destination, Dubai. All right. However, we may subject to transit countries and any airlines boarding requirement. But so far so good. There isn't any complicated requirements needed by Emirates Airline, right? But for us returning back to Singapore, here are something that we have to take note of is that we will need to produce a PCR or ART test administered by a trained professional within 2 days prior to our flight back to Singapore. And our result has to be negative, right? So upon return back, we will have to serve a stay home notice for 7 days for vaccinated travelers and 14 days if you are not fully vaccinated, right? At the end of your stay home notice, a mandatory PCR result or ART result is required. Of course, we look forward to borders reopening and easing up in the very, very near future, right? So here we are. We have some trips that is up on our website featuring Kyrgyzstan in the different locations that Natalie and Jane have shared. All right. Something for the cyclists. We have a biking in the mountains itinerary that is over a week. And the best times to go will be June to September. Right. And then back in 2020, if you still remember, some of us actually signed up. In fact, we have sold out the entire departure to trek in Kyrgyzstan at leisure. That is an 8 days program, and it was due to depart in August. We are really looking forward when we can put this itinerary back as soon as the easing of the requirements becomes much more clearer. So on this itinerary, you not only get to trek on some of the lovely mountains going up to as high as, if I remember correctly, was 3,800 meters above sea level. Not only that, we are going to do horseback riding as well as a 2 hours kayaking on one of the lakes and also a half day cycling along some of the trails. So it is multi-activities kind of programs that we have prepared for any one of you who are interested to join us. Then we also have some itineraries that are more suitable for the regulars or I wouldn't say advanced, but maybe the intermediate hikers. That is the 12 days Asian Patagonia trek, a 12 days journey to Lake Sari Chilek trek, as well as the heart of Tien Shan. Okay, something that I missed out here, that every year in the month of May, there is this Isuku Lake marathon that will take place and you will run part of the ancient Silk Road. This is a very, very popular itinerary and I think it's one of the perhaps bucket list for some of the runners to attempt this run in part of your medal collection series, right? So before we go into the questions and answer session, if you have any questions, quickly put it into the comments so that Natalia as well as Jane can help us to answer all the doubts that you have. But before that, we are going to play another video to welcome you to Kyrgyzstan. This video is created by Kyrgyz Top Team. Wow.
That's all us.
It's amazing. So now I'm going to bring Mabel back into the screen for our Q&A time. Wow, how
Hello,
was
I'm
that,
back.
Mabel?
Wonderful. I couldn't stop. You know, the photos that is being shared is like, wow, the backdrop of the mountains. I totally get what Jane meant that, Kyrgyzstan is a combination of Mongolia and Nepal. You really get to see the beautiful vast land with all the mountain backdrop. It's stunning. I was like, wow, each and every photo that you shared. And I can tell some of the photos are probably taken using, mobile phones, not professionally taken. And
Yeah.
even so, the pictures it's already amazing. Yeah, that's all I can say.
Now let's have a
Okay.
look at what some of the comments and any questions that we
Yeah.
have. Angeline here says she loved those horses and the way they galloped. And we can really see the freedom that all the animals have out there in the
That's right.
mountains.
Yeah, people may actually try it themselves. Galloping.
Yes. That's why we have put it into the program that we have organized. So we want to have a try. How is it like on a horseback riding? Yeah. Okay. And here we have a compliment from one of our guests who have traveled with us as well as
Yeah.
a plan by a fantastic team. I think that was is it in 2019 during the winter months, Mabel?
Yeah,
Uh, yes, during the
yes,
winter
it's
months. Yes.
winter
Yeah.
months. They did fishing even and
Yes.
traveled
Yes, that's
around
right.
the Sikul Lake.
Yes. So this is
That's
the
right. That's
comments
right.
that we have from Wayip. It was a perfect holiday planned by us. And then there were a lot of wild horses, ukes, hiking, and it's still so fresh in their mind.
We're happy they liked it.
Yes, even until
Yeah.
now, sometimes when me and Wai we were talking about other travel plans, he will not stop gushing about how much his family enjoyed their time in Kyrgyzstan. Yeah, it's truly a
Yes.
Nice
memorable
to
trip.
hear.
Yes, and then from the presentation earlier, we can see that it is really a destination suitable for anyone from baby from how many months? Is it 6 months? From six
It
months
w- it it
onwards?
was even 3 months old.
3 months. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. I saw one of the picture where the mom was like carrying the baby, carrying in the harness in front of her while she was hiking. Wow,
Yeah.
that was like fantastic.
That was a hard work for the mom.
Yes,
Oh yes.
definitely. But the baby is enjoying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And here we have something that um, Mabel said that luckily Jane clarified what warm
Yes.
means because when you mentioned about warm, I think what temperature we are thinking of 30 degrees?
Yes, that's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, actually
30, 35 degrees.
actually the temperature really differs. For example, in winter it could be -20, but in the summer it could be plus 40 in the cities. So yeah, but whenever
Oh,
you are in the mountains, it's quite cool. You may, stand in the shade of the tree, and it would be nice. Even in the summer, in the very hot summer day, in the mountains, it would be nice.
Yeah. And here we have a question. What is the best time to visit Kyrgyzstan? Maybe Mabel would like to elaborate more on what you meant. Are you referring to like cultural tours, just like normal sightseeing tours, or specifically to active holidays like hiking and cycling vacations?
okay. It will be for two parts. One, it will be for the active holidays, like if we were to go for hiking or cycling, when is the best time? And for general sightseeing, is there a specific period that it is more catered towards general tourists?
Yeah, let me explain a little about it. For hiking, trekking, and cycling, the best time is from middle of May till middle of October. That time, all the mountain passes are opened, and there is not much snow. For example, in October, at Songkul Lake, it already can be freezing. But it's still good time to travel over the mountains. As for the sightseeing tour, you may travel whenever, but such locations as Tashrabat, Songkul, Kazarman, and the inner part of the country, it will be closed because the mountain passes are closed. And you will be able to see only north of the country and south of the country because those roads are always cleaned by machines, big ones. And you may easily travel to those destinations. As for the mountaineering, there are only 2 months where it's possible. When it's possible to do, it's only July and August. This is the time when base camps are placed under the peaks, and you may actually
Okay,
reach the top.
I see.
Right.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much.
Here we have a curiosity questions. Do both of you paint too?
Yes.
I do just a little,
Yeah, me
but I'm not.
too.
I'm not that good as those people on the pictures.
Okay.
How long do you actually need to paint maybe the
Well,
most simple picture?
actually,
Yeah.
there is a special person, the guide, who actually teaches people how to draw.
Mhm.
So finally, after like
Mm,
8 days, you may actually do a good painting.
okay. Okay. As long
Okay,
as
so
it's
here,
within the constraint of the tour,
Yeah.
we
yes,
can
but
complete a
here we have a
picture. Yeah.
VIP customers. We have a VIP customers here who would like to stay 30 days to paint that kind of drawing.
Welcome.
Yes.
Yes, that would be fantastic, right? If we have everybody who love to learn how to paint would stay up to 30 days in Kyrgyzstan.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
that's Angeline. Yes, that's Angeline. I'm ready to book for her this coming August. Get her
Oh, yes.
the best
Okay.
teacher to
We'll
teach her how to paint.
we'll book a best yurt for her to stay in.
Heard that, Angeline? Yeah. Get
She will
your
get the
wallet
best
ready.
treatment. Yeah.
We'll make a good discount. Don't worry.
So Angeline has a question here is the terrain undulating? Are you
Um,
referring to biking or hiking, Angeline? Tell
I
us
think
more
she's
here. We'll
referring
come
to
back.
cycling.
Cycling. Okay.
okay.
Yeah.
Silent. Oh, well, it's a difficult question because cycling is mostly done on the main roads. So if you are out of the main road, it could be quite hard to go up and down. It goes like it's undulating up and down, up, just a little down. So
Okay.
it could be tough, but nature compensates it all.
Uh, and here we have Adeline to ask, biking in the mountain. She will probably need support vehicle for the uphill climb, and indeed, we will provide the support vehicle with the cyclists throughout their vacations or during their cycling days.
Yeah, definitely. With the group of cyclers, there's always a support vehicle. If you are tired, if you don't want to ride anymore, you may sit in a car and go along with the group, but in the car.
Yeah, right. So here we have another question. What is the correct way of pronouncing the country? I mean, I pronounce it as Kyrgyzstan.
It's Kyrgyzstan, or you may
Kyrgyzstan.
yeah, Kyrgyzstan, but you may call it Kyrgyz Republic.
Kyrgyz
Kyrgyz
Republic.
Republic.
Yeah.
All right.
Right. Okay, let me see if we have some more questions here. Right.
I think Adeline and Angeline are both very excited to get going to Kyrgyzstan. Yeah.
Yeah. Perhaps would you share with us, because you said that the people love meat over there. So what type of meat we can expect to be part of our holiday menu? Like, is it
It
chicken, beef,
it's
or
yeah,
lamb?
it's mostly chicken, lamb, and beef.
Okay. And then for vegetarian, what type of food can we expect them to have on the menu?
Mostly it's if they eat eggs, it could be pasta, it could be buckwheat, rice, and pea, how you call that? Peas. The
Peas,
green, the green long,
long beans.
Beans,
yeah,
beans, long
beans.
beans.
Yes, right,
Okay.
beans. And of course, lots of fruits, lots of
Mhm.
vegetables, absolutely different kinds of potato, tomato, carrot, cucumbers, and all other. And fruits, lots of fruits, apples, up to mango and avocado. We
Mm.
have that too, so it's imported from other countries. Um, what else? Yeah, I guess that's it.
What
But
type of
anyways,
fruits is a local harvest in Kyrgyzstan?
it's pears, apples, uh,
Grapes,
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 plums. What else do we have? And lots of berries,
apricot,
apricots.
apricot.
Yeah,
apricots.
Ah, okay.
and we have raspberry, blueberry. We have
Mm.
strawberry,
Mm.
and others.
Can we expect different type of fruit harvesting throughout the season from April probably up to September?
Well, the firstly it comes with apricot, and then apples
Mm-hmm.
are all year round, uh, grown in the how you call that? Uh, there are special places where which are closed, and they grow
Mm-hmm.
their
Apples.
vegetables. Yeah, apples there. And then further closer to July, all the fruits are available up to grapes, plums, and pears, and we even have mm, uh, lemons and those kinds of
Mm.
fruits grown.
I see.
A very
Okay,
wide
that's good.
variety.
Yeah, perhaps for the next trip that we are going to put up again, we could probably throw in an activities to go to visit one of the fruit orchards and then try our hands in harvesting
Sure.
whatever fruits is available during the
Oh,
season.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have actually the farms that welcome tourists to actually see how the gardens are grown, and
Mhm.
how the kettles are going. We have farms where they breed race horses, for example, so you may see how they're bred and how they're looked after. And we have huge farms where they have sheep and cows and different kinds. For kids, it's very interesting. For those who live in towns, in cities, in urban countries, when they come to Kyrgyzstan, they're actually fascinated with the little rabbits, with the, you know, yeah, little horses and others.
I don't think it's just for the kids. I think adults like us will be fascinated as well.
Yes,
Yeah, well,
for sure.
Yeah. So thank you very much to Natalia and Jane. We have covered almost all the questions. So if you have more, feel
Yes.
free to put it down, and then we will answer them perhaps at the end of the broadcast, and you will find our answers on the thread as well. Right? So our next Weeknights with the Wonder Girls will take place on 23rd of March during the same time at 8:30 p.m. And we are going to cover the great outdoors awaits. And we will be talking specifically on cycling vacations. So any one of you who are waiting to book your overseas cycling for this year, or even looking into planning for 2023, please join us, and we are going to share more about this. Perhaps you may wonder, wow, we are just only into the first quarter of 2022, and here Travel Wonders want to talk about trips we can do in 2023. Right, there is a particular reason behind this, because in fact this year we are already experiencing very, very stressed inventory into the mountains, into the villages, especially to Europe, and more will be coming up for traveling during May, June, and it's already filling up for September and October. So if we are really looking for a hiking or cycling holiday this year, we will strongly encourage you, do not hesitate and do not wait anymore. All right. Otherwise, disappointment is going to set in. Right. So thank you very much. Thank you everybody for staying with us this evening and tuning in to Weeknights with the Wonder Girls by Travel Wonder. Right. Once again, thank you, Natalia
Thank
and
you.
Jane, for
you're
sharing
welcome.
so much
Thank you,
information about
ladies.
your beautiful country. Yeah. I'm sure
Sure.
we cover more than 8 reasons why you should visit Kyrgyzstan.
Hopefully.
Yeah. And so thank you. We will end the broadcast for this evening. Bye bye.
Thank
Bye
Thank
bye.
you.
you. Bye
Thank you.
Bye.
bye.
Bye.